Okay. Firstly, I would like to thank RIETI Vice President Watanabe and Professor Miyajima for this valuable opportunity to join this seminar with distinguished speakers after Dr. Endo, Chairman of NEC. The theory about the purpose by Professor Mayer is really inspiring, and the presentation about EU experience by Professor Canals was full of insight with important questions. Today, I would like to introduce Canals initiatives for sustainable capitalism toward better business and better governance. Charter of Corporate Behavior back in 1991 and presented the idea that companies should be beneficial to society as a whole. Incorporating this idea of contributing to a sustainable society since 2004, the 2017 revision stated that the role of a corporation is to take the lead in the realization of a sustainable society. Since 2018, Canals has been advocating for Society 5.0 for SDGs. Canals published the period, the new growth strategy to realize this concept and recommended actions toward value co-creation, starting from 5 stakeholders: consumers, workers, local communities, and the international community, and the natural environment. As mentioned by Dr. Endo, Japanese companies have long pursued the traditional business principle of sampo yoshi, that business should benefit buyer, seller, and the society. To realize sustainable growth, corporations are required to be aware of the changes in stakeholders' demand from their viewpoints and the need to address the gaps between those demands and the corporation's approaches. Actually, we see companies' actions for SDGs have been spreading as priority issues for their corporate management. The change from 2018 to 2020 is striking, according to our survey last year, especially about the measures to integrate SDGs into management, business policies, and practices. Canals sees building a sustainable society through the realization of Society 5.0 as a major growth opportunity. Mr. Nakanishi, the late and the immediate past chairman of Canals, stated, "In the past, businesses came first. This was based on the idea that we have to contribute to society, make donations, and protect the environment because business put a burden on society. But now this has changed. Japanese companies are also working to create innovations for building a sustainable society, such as next generation healthcare and smart mobility, that is sustainable innovations. These are just a few cases of innovations at Theater 5.0, Canals' platform to showcase videos of companies' visions towards sustainable society. This slide explains the importance of support by investment for promoting innovation. Canals, Tokyo University, and the GPIF, Japan's Government Pension Investment Fund, are jointly advocating the creation of a flow toward the realization of Society 5.0 and the achievement of SDGs by evolving ESG investment. Next slide shows the corporate governance reform in this context. Japanese Corporate Governance Code was established in 2015 as a part of Japan's growth strategy. This is the last slide to illustrate Keidanren's proposal issued last year to promote constructive dialogue between companies and investors, setting out actions to promote effective dialogue between companies, investors from a mid and long-term perspective. It pointed out companies should voluntarily communicate their own information and ideas with awareness of materiality. When a company can show its purpose, which could be a guiding principle for its materiality and priority, it can acquire empathy and cooperation of investors and other stakeholders to enhance its mid and long-term value. It can lead to increase in returns of investors, and we expect that realizing this virtuous cycle would contribute to sustainable economic growth in Japan and the world. Cooperation with investors and other various stakeholders. Thank you for your attention.